Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Big welcome to In the Know with Peter No. My name is Peter No, and for the next hour, this is one of my favorite times of the week where I can share with you, and I can also be your bodybuilder. I can be your best friend, your best business partner, whatever you like, because in this 1 hour, we're going to share some information that you might need to know about this industry, about this business, whatever you like. So, um, this week is actually a very special week, okay, everyone? So, as we're going to start off this call, I kind of broke it down into a lot of updates for this starting off this month, okay? Because we're going through a lot of changes and we're evolving our entire system, okay? So I will be going over the psychology behind that. I will be going over why. And I will also be going over our new training that I'm going to pilot test for the next 4 weeks. Okay. So if you're hearing it here, it is not on the Team Evolve schedule. It is literally a training uh, that I'm coming up with because in the last 4 years of building, I've learned a lot, I've seen a lot, and we're evolving to our 5th year now. So I'm adjusting everything I've learned about our teams, about how to grow and develop bodybuilders, and how to make sure that every rank now gets their attention and the need that they need. Okay, so I know everybody's really excited about that training, and let's go start off with today. So, everyone, do you know this is the third month of the first quarter? Did everybody learn and grow something in the last 60 days? Raise your hand. Because I can tell you, Team Evolve was busy in the last 60 days, right? I literally came back from Korea. We literally had the biggest event for Team Evolve. Almost over 1,100 people were in Florida. Um, the energy there, everything. I mean, people are still talking and buzzing about that 2 weeks later. Okay, especially our leaders. We really appreciate each one of you showing up there, but that was only the tip of the iceberg of what's happening for March. Okay, so everybody, do you know that first quarter of the year, January and February and March is the slowest time in direct sales? Did you all know that? Okay, why is that? Number one, January, everybody's coming back from all the holidays, spending, right? And all the binging, whatever we did. February, everybody's still uh, sticking to their New Year's resolution. Who here has a New Year's resolution? Who here still sticking with it? Okay, if you are, kudos to you. I see that, Susan. You're slowly raising your hand. So, uh, and then everybody's now preparing March for taxes, spending, kids going back, all kinds of stuff, right? And on top of that, we're starting a new year. I want to take this call today, just this call today, to prepare you for what's going to happen in March and what's going to happen in the next 6 months. I want to take this time to prepare you how big, what are we doing to set you up, how big your business will be, okay? And I want to prepare you to really understand the value of what we're building, what we have built already so far. Okay, are you ready? So, in the last 4.5 years, we've done calls, podcast calls, right? Every single day, pretty much for almost since March of 2020. So this March will be our 4-year anniversary. Does everybody know how many podcast recordings we have on Telegram now? Almost 1,000, over 1,500. So if you join a company that is dealing with skin supplements or whatever, Does any company or team has 1,500 testimonials ready to go for you to share? Never seen before, right? Now, on top of that, in the last 3 years, ever since we came back, we have hosted events. We have built relationships. We have done so much offline events because when you see us online on the podcast, you also see us offline on our events. Can anybody raise their hand if we have already met and had a drink or had some food offline together? I know we all have, okay? We do it all the time. So now, in the middle between the 4 years of building and 3 years of online, we had systems created, right? So Jan, remember when we first started, did we have a startx39now.com website?
We did not.
Did it even look like this?
Well, we had something from somebody else, but it's not anything like what we have today.
Exactly. So that website evolved, correct?
Big time.
So as we grew, Jan, meaning we all got healthier, we all got wealthier, we all brought in partners from all walks of life. Everybody created a story. That story has been implemented on our website. Does everybody see that when you see testimonials, when you hear interviews? You cannot make that stuff up, okay, everyone? You just cannot make it up overnight. But we don't talk about it as much. Why? Because we have so many stories that are in our community already, right? Now, as we created these podcasts, does everybody see leadership growing? We see rank advancements. What does that mean? When somebody comes here and they become a manager, that means that manager, that person has changed their direction in their life because they actually got out of their comfort zone and they had to talk to a handful of people to be able to enroll 4 people into a package. That's a lot of dates, right? So now, once we start seeing people graduate from managers, directors, and senior directors, and people can, our whole entire organization can physically meet these people, talk to these people, sidelines, uplines, downlines, cross lines, any lines, because everybody here is vibrating at a very high frequency where we respect each other, right? And that's how we created what? The Telegram communication line and the Facebook team page. You notice how there's thousands of people on there, but nobody's posting anything crazy or out of line or non-compliant. Everybody's there to be a helping ear, a helping voice, be there for someone, welcome someone. Do you know how many cheerleaders we have in our team Evolve? A lot. So as you notice, now we have Telegram as our communication line and Facebook Team Evolve page. That is called the community pages. And now we have websites, which is the startx39now.com, which is your peaking and pre-qualifying pages. Then you have real live podcast, which is your third-party validation and your training and your duplication. And then once you go through that, what if you have training pages and training videos to train all the new partners that you're bringing on because you're inviting people every day? Does that sound like a perfect system to everybody here? It kind of does, right? Well, I'm here to tell you, you're all part of that system. Each one of you. Whether you're here brand new like Linda Glasser, or whether you've been here like Jeff Pattison, or whether you've been here like Dale, or whether you've been here someone like Jan. This is called building a community. This is called building an ecosystem. We're all learning how to build, leverage, and duplicate each other. And we're doing it during breakfast, during lunch, and during dinner now. And we're going to help each other build a system where we can build something spare time, part time, or full time. Was that pretty simple to lay out to an entrepreneur if some young person wants to change their direction in their life, or maybe a retired person who maybe has now something to live for because they have more energy and they're pain free? We have a community for everyone. Isn't that pretty cool? Linda loves this, right? Because Linda feels this. This is awesome. So, the reason why I'm starting off this call like this is because Team Evolve now, we're going through a transition. We are now 4.5 years old. In September, Marcy and I will be 5 years old, exactly 5 months in December of 2024. What have we done now in March, starting March? I just checked the numbers. We are exactly at 92,000 brand partners. I know, Jan, 92,058 or something like that. Jan, we started this at zero, everyone. 4.5 years ago. It was Marcy, and then she enrolled Dr. Rhonda. Then they enrolled a couple people. Then I came in. Then Jan came in, or Jan came in, and I came in, and Mariah came in, and Sally came in. Everybody came in, right? But the beautiful part about this is that for the first time, 92,000 brand partners got to see real people get off of things. What do you mean by get off of things? Who is getting off their bed faster than ever now? You just got off of things, right? Who here got off of some medications that they didn't want to be on? You got off of things, right? So let me mute this real quick. So we're learning, we're seeing growth. We're seeing people get healthier. And again, this is a community, right? So we're going into our 5th year in a company that is turning 20 years old this year. Let me repeat that again. We're going into the 5th year of our organization that is growing into the 20th year of a corporation, of a company. Is this a pretty special time to be alive and building something? Yes. Is this a special time to be part of an organization, a real MLM? Let's call it what it is. We are a multi-level marketing, direct sales, relationship building industry. That's what we get paid for. We get paid for our expertise because we know how to build relationships. Do you know David is paying us to build relationships? We just so happen to be on a cool team that is the mission before the commission. Right? We just really care about people before money. Why? Because when Marcy and I came in, and Jan, I hate to say this, we were all broke except for Jan. Jan had more money than all of us. Okay? I hate to say that, right, Jan? I was in big 7-figure debt. Marcy was just jangling along. But what we were so wealthy in people. We were so wealthy, we just had the coolest people around us. And because we were so wealthy, all the people just joined us, and then we got wealthy together. And now this year, I just want to make sure all our leaders, everyone that has built through the ranks, that has seen, developed, we all know each other. I want each one of us now to get recognized. This is your time to get recognized. So this training system that I've kind of downloaded when I was traveling, and when I travel, the cool part of traveling is you get to kind of be by yourself in the plane for 14, 18 hours. And then you kind of get to soak in what you have learned. And then you kind of download and write things down. But my whole motto is always BLD, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. How to simplify that, right? So then, long and behold, I'm like, why don't we just create a training for all managers, and then we can speak the manager's level language. We can interview other managers, and then we can set what the manager needs to know. And then once a manager becomes a manager, and now he develops two managers, then they become to the director, and now we have a director's call. So we can literally talk to all the directors and watch them and maintain and get their mindset ready. Because once you develop two directors, you will become a senior director. Now we have a senior director's call. And if those are the first three most important ranks in the company, why don't we just hold each other's hands, and then I can bring in all my leaders, and every ED, PD, and SPD can come in and train the managers, directors, and senior and the senior directors, and get to know all the lineage, build the relationship even deeper with our first, second, and third generations. What a cool idea is that, right? And guess what? These calls are only 30 minutes each, not 3 hours, not 2 hours, not an hour, 30 minutes once a week. So you're only adding on an extra 30 minutes to 2 hours maximum if you're a leader and joining all your teams on all their calls. And that's on a Tuesday. On the Wednesday, they're still in the know with Peter No at 12:30. And at 2 p.m., it's all the EDs and above for Peter No. Okay, so this is a pilot testing for the next 4 weeks. I'm super excited because I know this is going to solve all the leaders' problems, meaning you don't have to train now. You know exactly where to go. All those trainings will be recorded on our training site for you to copy and paste. We're elevating all our leadership at the same time, and we're recognizing you, and we're holding everyone's hands from manager from bottom up. We're going to make sure that everybody knows what to do, what to be, what to send, where to go, where to plug in, how to invite, 333. Get it, everyone? At the manager level. And we're going to do it on a Tuesday and Wednesday because our entire organization is now traveling. So we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to travel and regenerate and repair yourself without burning out. Did I kind of say too much? We all got this, right? And now we can truly have a true team schedule. And now for 3 hours, 6 hours, and 9 hours, someone like Susan who's busy, but she can tell me, Peter, I got exactly 6 hours. Where do I need to be? Where do I invite to? This is where you got to be. This is where you invite to. And then once you do that, this is what they're going to learn, so you don't have to train anyone. Rinse and repeat. Pretty simple. And if you do the 333 every day with us, I almost guarantee you're going to identify your 6 active partners, okay? And then you're going to identify 2 builders that are like you or better than you that are plugging into the system. And if we can do this every week, every month, who here now can see a pathway that they can graduate in the next 3 months and 6 months? If we all do this in the next 3 to 6 months together, and we have the entire March is a free month for you, okay, to practice inviting, get used to this new schedule, get used to this training. It's going to be so awesome. And there's a couple of things I cannot even mention to you that's going to like literally streamline your entire business to the next level, okay, very soon. Okay, we've been working on a lot of things, but this month is the best month to launch everything. So it's good. Any questions on this? Belinda, you have your hand up, so I'll call on you. Oh, okay. Unless you just want to say hello. Hello. Okay. Any
And I
questions?
was just saying yes to it. I was just
Go ahead.
saying yes.
Okay. Thank you. And thank you, Belinda. I've been watching the Spanish, even going down to the Spanish podcast. So as we create our whole system, everything can be translated into different languages, right? Spanish, Korean, Chinese, Vietnamese, uh, German, French, whatever, wherever we have teams around the world, we're going to translate our system into that. And for someone like Belinda, she can have a team in Mexico. They can just copy our schedule, Belinda, like literally
I will be
exactly.
doing one with
Yeah,
Martha on Thursday. I can share it with you.
good. Thank you. Share with me. So, everyone, as long as we're just following the bigger gym, which is the Team Evolve, we're now going into each other's generations and we're going to retrain everyone, and there will be no orphans. Does that make sense? There will be no more orphans. Whoever you know that doesn't have an upline, sideline, whatever line, you bring them to the Tuesday calls. That Tuesday calls will identify and kind of screen everyone out where they need to be. Okay. It's going to be really good. So then we can have a full 4 weeks to screen this and then just get ready for the next 90 days, 90 days. Okay. We have 2 quarters. So, man, that was kind of a lot in the first 30 minutes. I'm gonna probably ask somebody else what does that let me get feedback how from maybe a brand new person. Maybe Linda. Linda, you're brand new. You haven't really started yet.
Hi, Peter.
So Linda, you're a brand new person. I know you've been in the industry. You've probably seen a lot of things, right? You've joined many teams. Uh, are you seeing this whole bigger picture of how to help
This
you build?
this is absolutely great. I feel like I just got a hand up, like somebody put their hand down and just ripped me right up here. And I'm absolutely thrilled to be here.
Awesome. I look forward to our one-on-one. And on top of this, um,
I was
let
hoping
me
you'd come
see.
back so you could hear.
On top of this, Linda, imagine now we're taking away all the responsibilities from leaders training, different ranks. So now we have more times for leaders to go down their first and second generation and then work together, right? So I'm gonna work with you. You were enrolled by D, which is under I don't know who's under Carrie, Bob and Amy, wherever, but that's multiple generations now, right? So now we can spend time with each other. I can do that with every line now. Does that make sense, everyone? Because we're only working together 3 hours on the hard times, and then 30 minute, 30 minute, 30 minute, another 3, 4 hours we can spend with our teams. I just don't want you to go 10 hours, 20, 30 hours a week burning yourself out, not knowing where your priorities are, not knowing who to work with, not understanding the generation match, not understanding the comp plan, not understanding structure. Does that make sense, everyone? This will start defining week by week what we need to work on. So thank you, Linda, for sharing. Anybody else wants to share? TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Okay. So,
Yep. Can I share for a second?
sure, Heidi. Cool.
Um, what I'm enjoying about everything that you're saying, Peter, is exactly, I know that about myself. If you're not a multi-level marketing person, I hear what you're saying, but I can't put it into practice. And so
Correct.
that you're breaking it down is exactly what I need. And I hate to feel dependent on somebody, but I need to depend on you to teach me the right or what you're doing. Maybe I'm not saying that right, but yes, it is. I'm looking forward to 3 months from now, just a whole big game changer. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, thank you, Heidi. And this is the responsibilities of building an organization. But as a leader, sometimes we get too busy. We cannot listen to the field. I'm just telling everyone here, we're here listening to the field. We have to make sure the field, we have to know what the field's going through. Okay. So Heidi, this is going to be, you're going to be the perfect model in the next 90 days. Okay. It's only going to be a couple hours a week. You just go through it, and this is going to solve everyone's challenge. Okay. But let's pilot test this for the next 4 weeks. How do we know this is truly working, everyone? How do we know? How fast do you know if it's going to work?
Right away.
I'll tell you when. When you start seeing everybody have $50 a day in their account. When you start seeing everybody do simple things, watch things grow, confidence moves up, frequency moves up, everybody prioritizes their time. We focus on one thing, and then you gauge the days because it's not any more hours. How many of us are stuck in traffic for an hour a day or two? If that's you, you should be watching this while you're driving in traffic. How many of us are taking 1 hour showers? Raise your hand. That's you. You should be watching this while you're watching a shower, right? So you get my drift, right? You can do this anywhere. But the main thing is let's do it together as a team now. This is going to bleed over to, I already see this. Companies are going to copy this schedule. Other teams, people are going to copy this schedule. This is called truly the BLD, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the building schedule. Okay, so I'm going to call on 3 people. Let's start out with Destiny. Go ahead real quick.
I wanted to comment on the lady that said she didn't want to bother people. That she phrased it differently, a little bit differently, but it's not a bother. As we're all in the business, we're in the business of helping people get well. That's our personality. We like doing that. So when it's a cross line or whatever, there's another agent. It's not a hardship to share. We want everybody to succeed. Peter has helped me and called me a couple of times, and I'm a cross line. So we all help each other.
And thank you, Destiny. I'll piggyback off of that too. You know, when Marcy and I, all the leaders here, were building, we're called a running team. What does a running team mean? Running team means that we've been in the industry for 20 years, 15 years, and we have never, ever, ever stopped. We went from one company to another company to another company to another company. You're constantly running. So wherever we ran to, we've built relationships, and we just gathered people here. So as we gather people here now, in the last 4 years, what I was trying to say is all the work we did for like giving, David now knows he is ready for all the people that gave the most. Now he's gifting us with a global pool. Does that make sense, everyone? If you only can have a global pool when you're getting so big where everybody has to benefit from each other's efforts. So that is really, once you hit SPD, that is just your graduation. The gift on top of that graduation is getting into the global pool where you're graduating other SPDs. That is the gift, the cherry on top. Okay. And this is why I'm saying now, all the work you've done, everyone here, don't ever let it go to waste. The hardest thing is building an organization where we can be proud of helping sidelines. I've been trained that way. This is where I build my name, because all my old companies, I was so ADD, I could never sit still in the conventions. So I'm the guy walking all the hallways and giving high fives to everyone. So everybody knows me from every company. And when I left, they're like, where's Peter? I got to go where he goes. So they all try to follow me. So you guys all get the drift, right? This is the fun part. So let's do Karen, D, and then Shar. So Karen.
So thank you, Peter. Thank you for doing this. Thanks for the whole team for doing this. And my big thank you is for all the sidelines that you bring in here and let us work together. And we meet each other on the screen here, and those relationships carry over in phone calls and social time. Jan's been a huge support for me. I love meeting Jan and a whole lot of people in here. It's been awesome. What I wanted to do was just give a little tip. When you touched on this last week, what you were going to do, I mean, it's just so brilliant. I've been praying for it for so long. So I touched that with my team, my downline and some sidelines about how this was going to streamline, right? For the training for managers and different ranks. And the response I got was insane. It woke people up. Okay. They sent it out. They sent out your recording. I made them watch the recording. I'm like, Peter, announces something new. So they would watch it. I didn't say what it was. And they all came back and said that their teams were excited and felt like they would re-engage because they had felt overwhelmed. And I saw them dropping off, right?
Wow.
So I just suggest that maybe you tap into some people you haven't talked to or heard from that are in your downline or sidelines and share this with them and wake them up. And even if they're second, third generation, if second, third generation wakes up, I bet you it's going to wake up your first generation when they see what they're doing. Right. So thank you.
Stop, Karen. Imagine it's not even the generations. Remember, I said, how do we know it works? When some volume on your left leg and some volume on your right leg starts waking up, $50, ding, 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 ding. And imagine hundreds and thousands of us now are just activating those $50. Does that make sense, everyone? We're going to start seeing that live together, and we're going to celebrate that. So thank you, Karen, for bringing that up. And this is going to be fun. Okay. I'm very excited about this one. So thank you, Karen. D, what you got, D? D got to unmute herself. D. Ding.
Okay, sorry, I was in the car. Okay, so what I like about this is, especially us that have other businesses, you have simplified it, because before it was getting all confusing, and even one of my girls said, I just stopped looking at the emails because there was just in Texas because it was so much. So you have totally simplified it, and it also will show us as a team of who's serious and who's not, who's going to show up and who isn't. And are we wasting our time? Instead of going backwards, wasting our time, go forward. And this will help us go forward at a simpler way.
I'm glad you brought that up, D. And this is from Marcy and I down. Okay. Marcy, Dr. Stacy, we have to make decisions as an organization. Okay. And then from there, it's our SPDs. And then from there, it's our field. So it's like we almost run our own corporation here. Okay. But we're not each other's boss. We just give input. And, to solve this, thank you, D, for mentioning this, because there's a lot of work that's put in here. And each one of us now have to learn the name of the game, the end goal for all. Your graduation is in your career. You have to learn how to identify and develop two builders that are like you or bigger or better than you. There has been many people in this comp plan, even if you don't bring them in, if somebody in your generations brought them in, you benefited 1,000%. That is just the side effect of this comp plan, everyone. But in your career, in your resume, you want to know that you have helped two people, your favorite people, get to freedom, retire, not worry about money anymore. I've done it many times. I have 6, but I work with 15, but then I work with all our 120, get it? And we work with all our 100,000. I don't even look at a person. I just look at everyone here as an SPD. That's how we have to talk to each other, right? Because we can work together. That is just the beginning. Keeping it together, that is the hard thing. And then keeping it together, understanding 1,000 personalities, 1,000 different ways, 1,000 maybe egos that have to be controlled. Ego is a good thing, right? If you use it for a good thing, but you just cannot be controlled by it. So, but this organization, this podcast today, whoever's watching this, okay, this is the beginning podcast. We're going to go back 3 months and 6 months. And then after convention, we're going to go back and watch this podcast as the beginning podcast for this year. Okay. Meaning that from this podcast on, all the changes that will be applied is going to help Heidi right now, this moment, tonight already, right? Things are happening already. So thank you for sharing, everyone, because then I can piggyback on what you're thinking. So Shar, you can unmute yourself. Good to see you again.
Hey, Peter, good to see you too. The big thing is I want to thank you for allowing us cross-line people to join in, because I'm not in your direct lineage, and I resonated with the approach of this Team Evolve. So I appreciate being here. I think this is perfect because I think people do get lost, like trying to watch all the videos, all the podcasts every week. And I think sometimes we take up so much time with that, we forget to take time to call people.
Yes.
So this is so this is going to really, really help that in the people that I know in my cross lines, in my direct line. Also, I wondered if I missed it, or if you already have a schedule Tuesday and Wednesday, or are you working on it?
It's already printed. I will be sending it out tomorrow. So just to make sure no one gets confused, it's starting today. So everything is starting next Tuesday and Wednesday, everyone, is the brand new trainings.
And then say for a specific level, say director or manager, is it going to be on both days, or is manager always going to be on a Tuesday? And
oh, great question. So I'll tell everyone to schedule, everyone.
Oh, great.
Every Tuesday, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Managers, directors, and senior directors. So manager at 12 o'clock, director at 1 o'clock, senior director at 2 o'clock. They're all going to be 30 minutes each, with a 30-minute resting gap in the middle, just in case I go over.
Perfect.
All of these will be recorded, archived into our next training page that will be coming up very soon. So I don't want to let you know. Just know that everything will be video driven in our entire training system very soon. Okay. Literally ABC 1, 2, 3, press play, press play, press play. Everybody learns and gets trained the same way. Okay. So Shar, this is for you. Good one. So
what time
everyone,
zone, Peter?
that literally, do you see that we're creating a system for like a brand new college student down to the retired senior? Get it? Everyone will be able and can do this business, okay? Straight up. So, Dale, what you got?
Yes. You know, this also eliminates as other people come in from other companies, they're going to come in with their idea. And the problem with that is you have to untrain them. This way, we don't have to do that. That's done automatically, number one. Number two, we have to recognize that successful businesses and success brings unity. And when you do not have success, you do not have unity. And everyone said, well, just go out and practice this. And I sent you a little text. Practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. And so when we look at this, we have to look at it and say, you know, every play is intended to make a touchdown. That's not always going to happen, but they're going to learn how to recover and continue to play. And even if they fumble, they're going to learn, and from each manager to director, senior director, etc. I just think that simplicity is profundity.
Thank you, Dale. And check this out. What if now I can bring you into it, you and Carol as presidential directors or SPDs, to come train our SPDs, PDs, and EDs? And then what if your PDs or your EDs or your directors can be on a call training other directors? And then what if every line, everyone can train each other because we're constantly just training the same thing over and over and over again. Nobody is creating anything, right, David? Oh,
333.
333. And the 333 is what Marcy put. Follow, peak 3, call 3, patch 3, grab 3, slap 3, whatever 3, do something 3, right? And then make sure you follow up with what you did and make sure you get them on a package. It's the same thing. Ask, share, give, peak, pre-qualified package, right? Peak, follow up, share, whatever you like, as long as you're having a behavior, a constant daily behavior attached to it. And before I end this call, I'm going to show you a couple of things that I'm doing, okay? Just to add to my little schedule. And honestly, I'll leave with this. You know, I only work about maybe 9 hours a week now. Just this, being on a podcast. The other times I'm just on the phone supporting my favorite people, my friends who call me. Is that considered work? No. Who here wants to get paid $1,000 an hour, $2,000 an hour, $3,000 an hour? Some of us are making this kind of crazy money, but if you really break it down in hours, that's how much you really get paid because that's all you're working. To me, work is when I'm in front of a screen. When I'm sharing valuable information, this is the future of work. If Linda can copy and paste and share information, that is what she's going to get paid to work. If Priscilla can copy and paste a video and send it to her friend, and her friend purchased something, she just got paid to send something out. But we're not telling her she has to create the content. We're not telling Linda, you have to be the trainer to train that. Get it? We will do all that for you. That is the beautiful thing. So next, Nurse Michelle. Nurse Michelle, what would you like to add?
I just want to confirm whether or not you were talking in Eastern time, Pacific time, when you said 12, 1, and 2.
Pacific time. Pacific time.
Pacific time. And then that's on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, correct?
Correct.
Thank you.
So Tuesdays and Wednesdays, half an hour, half an hour, half an hour, an hour and a half, and then Dr. Stacy call, half an hour, 2 hours right there, everyone. And that's if you're joining those calls. If you're just joining your rank, half an hour, an hour. Wednesday, 30 minutes, leadership call. And then Wednesday is Marcy's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Same thing, right? So we're talking about half an hour, another half an hour, an hour and a half. So
Peter,
go ahead, Karen.
Sunday, we have the time change. So just remind everybody that the time changes on Sunday. We spring forward. So those that
Okay.
are Mountain Standard Time and like Arizona will be Pacific. So check your time zone again.
So everyone, we're springing forward. We're going to have less sleep and more sunshine, which is awesome. Jenny, what would you like to share?
I just want to say on Mondays, I would have like 5 Zooms. Tuesday, I would have 4 to 5 Zooms. By Thursday, my brain was like confused. And this is going to simplify everything. I had no time to talk to people. My alarms were set for all the Zooms. And I know they said don't be on all the Zooms, but I feel like I was going to miss something, that nugget. And so this is amazing. I'm thrilled. Thank you.
Thank you. And it's creating a behavior that will make you organically share. Does that make sense? These behaviors is just human nature. We are not going against the grain. We're literally identifying things that will activate behaviors and make you flow through the day. Everybody here has an hour and a half a day to build a side hustle, side business. Everybody here has an hour and a half a day to get healthy and wealthy. Everybody here can afford $5 a day for this program. You see how simple that is? Everybody here can join $500 as a gold family pack or come in with the entrepreneur pack with a diamond and learn how to earn $500 commission. You see how simple that is? You can join for 500, or I can show you how to earn 500. And then I can show you how to earn $50 a day. And this program only costs you $5 a day. Would you like to see where I belong to? Why don't you join me today on a podcast where you can meet 1,000 of my friends every single day that join us? What do you have you heard about stem cells? Oh, you haven't? Can I send you this website real quick? And then after that, can I invite you to a podcast, Zoom? You see how simple things are? I'm just literally just training us while we're talking. So it's going to be that easy, okay? All right, everyone, we have 15 minutes left, okay? We kind of went through a lot in 45 minutes. I kind of don't want to blow up your brain, okay, and of all this excitement. What I really want you to do this week, okay? It's Wednesday today. I want you to kind of, if you've been here with us, go back to all your contacts, all the people that you've peaked before, all the no's that you ever got. Just slowly start doing another connection again. Hey, just following up with you, see how you're doing. I know things have changed in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, what you've been up to, right? How's life again? How's things again? And just knowing that you're going to, Heidi, I'll call on you soon. Just knowing when you go in on that you're going into this mode of just connecting, okay? Whoever you connect with, I want you to think in back of your mind, damn, I have the solution for this person. Damn, I am so powerful. I got the protocol. This is the system. Whatever they need, whether it's health, wealth, time, freedom, whatever, let's get really good at listening to people, knowing that you have the solution for them in back of your mind. Does that make sense? That is called power. When you can literally have a solution to someone, your job is just to identify that. A great salesman identifies the problem and makes sure that he can communicate the solution to that problem. If you can do that, you're going to be a millionaire, which I know you are. Okay, so Heidi, go ahead.
Peter?
Oh, go ahead, Jan. You have something?
No, let Heidi go. I just wanted to share a quick story. Let Heidi go first.
Okay, Heidi, you go.
Oh, my story is just affirming your $50 mark with the nurse RN that was asking if it was $5 a day for training. I just wanted to say, when you said $50 and then $5 a day, in my head, I went back to the statistics that I originally did when I bought my diamond pack. It's $48.81 if you live in a state without sales tax. And you just nailed it, because if you were to wear every single product, including SP6 every other day, because it's not an everyday patch, it would cost you $48.80. But we're only asking to wear X39, which is $5 a day. So I just wanted to clarify that and to get excited about the fact that you said that $50 is, that's my mark point. That's my goal. I love that you've solidified that, because I know that I can pay for all of my patches with that $50.
Okay.
Because I love all of them. I can't decide.
Everyone, once you, the real comp plan is learning how to create $50. You can create $50 by enrolling a silver. You can double that by enrolling a gold. You can 10 times that by enrolling a diamond if you're a diamond or a senior director. You see how simple it is? And then you can learn how to earn $50 a day by building a team of twos. Volume is volume. And once you start plugging into the system, you will create people, which equates to points, which equates to money, points. And then once you create points, I want you to see how $50 a day can change your life. By helping people, it will convert to $50. Now, $50 is not a lot of money to some people. But $50 an hour is a lot of money. If Patricia, Pat, if Linda, if Brenda, if Jeff is plugging in 1 hour a day, 30 minutes in the afternoon and 30 minutes for a podcast, and he invited 3 people, and out of that 3 people, 1 person signed up as a silver, Jeff, You just earned $50 in an hour. Isn't that cool? But then when Jeff can teach that person how to build 2 teams, and that person starts earning $50 themselves, what if Jeff can earn anywhere from 25 up to 65% off of that $50 on the side? That is called residual income, right, Jeff? That is what we have to learn how to create every day. This is what the system is. So, Jan, I'm going to let you finish off the call.
I just wanted to share a quick story. I know Marcy always teaches you about we plant seeds when we talk to people. Sometimes people say no, sometimes people don't answer you right away. But I got a call a couple of days ago from somebody that I talked to over a year ago. I didn't even, like, she texted me. I didn't even have her in my phone. And I'm like, who is this? And she goes, oh, I'm ready to talk to you now. So, you know, by really listening to her, she wanted the patches. I could tell financially she's struggling a little bit. So we talked, and then I just said to her, and I know sometimes we're afraid to talk about the business aspect. And I said to her, do you know that there is a business side to this? And I kind of tell my story, how I wasn't planning to build. It just kind of happened. I love the word organically. And all of a sudden she burst out crying. She's been hopeless. She's living paycheck to paycheck. She had no idea that you could make money with this. She goes, could I make money doing this? I said, look, if I can make money doing this, you can do this, and I will hold your hand and help you every step of the way. So I gave her some homework. I'm going to help her out a little bit because she's broke, but she's very connected. So I gave her some homework, and I will see if she does her homework. And if she does, I'll keep up my end of the bargain that I made with her. And we'll see. But when she started crying, telling me thank you for giving her hope back in her life, those are the moments that just make this business everything. Those moments. And when you wake up in the morning to a text from somebody telling you a story, those are the things that keep us going. So don't get frustrated if somebody tells you no, or they don't call you back, or they don't keep a phone appointment. They'll come back around at some point. So I just wanted to share that story.
Jan, what a beautiful way to end this call. And I think all of us resonate and know that that's why we're all here too. And I want to leave with this, okay, everyone? You know, I it's kind of going to us too, Jan, like, you know, true wealth comes from people. If you have relationships, you have wealth. Now, life beats us up. You might not have monetary money, because not only rich people, poor people are broke, but rich people are broke too. It's called cash flow. Not everyone has cash flow. Okay. So this is the only business, everyone, where you can truly, for $150, right, Jan? A bronze package. And I'm not saying sell a bronze package, but I'm saying if someone is that down and out and they have people, but they don't know what to do with those people, and they're looking for hope and an opportunity, what else is out there for $150 where you're not paying for a website? You didn't design a website. You get an app. You didn't create the videos on the app. You get this beautiful Team Evolve training for free. You get Facebook for free. You get Telegram for free. All you got to do is pay for that phone bill, which should be $1 or $2 a day for your phone. And you got yourself a business. What is the business? This business is simply to help other people's life to become better. You have a business to use tools to communicate with people. And Jan, you might have just saved that person's life right now, right? You gave her a tool to help communicate with others, and you showed her how to do it literally for free.
Mm-hmm. And I just want everyone to keep the hope that when people say no or don't respond, that I've had so many people come back to me, or they've passed my name on to somebody else Just keep planting seeds, watering, keep those people, you know, in your phone every once in a while, invite them, invite. It's like I got Marcy in my head. Just don't
It's
give up.
happening all
People can
across the
come
board.
around.
Jan, it's happening across
Yeah.
the board. Everyone's friends, somebody on their Facebook. Peter, you're still traveling? Oh my God, this man, where you going now? Damn, you're looking younger every day. Damn, look at all these beautiful women you get to hang out with. What do you do, man? I don't know. Why don't you just join my
Remember at
podcast?
the restaurant? Remember the restaurant that man
Yeah.
came over? You were at the table with 5 of us.
Where I was
That
with
was
a
funny.
table with 5 of us, and this man was on a date. He was by himself having a dinner, and he literally had to walk over to our table and go, "I don't know what you do, young man, but you hang out with 5 fine ladies here or something, and I don't know what you do, but I'm giving kudos to you." So I'm like, who
Peter,
did
he was
Yeah,
in
he
charge
makes
of all the balloons
it
at
was
Yeah.
Disneyland.
he was a balloon guy, right, Dana? But
Yeah, he makes the double balloons with Mickey inside the balloons. It
all
was
I know
funny.
is this. As we're going to grow in the next 30 days, okay, everyone, just know that the world is getting a little bit more crazier, okay? We have to now create this bubble, this energy bubble that is going to welcome all, okay? That whoever gets to see our podcast, they have a chance to be awakened by our energy. Does that make sense? It's not what we say, it's not how we say things. It's just who we are together as a bubble every day. Because yesterday there was 380 people on Dr. Stacy's call. The day before there was 280 something on the Monday call. Do you know we're progressing? We're going to hit the 500, the 750. The moment we hit 1,000 partners consistently with guests, this whole thing will be a huge energy ball. Whoever joins will join. Whoever joins the podcast will join you. And then from that point on, it's just an invite frenzy for all game. Okay. So we did a lot today. When this recording is up, I'll post it up by tomorrow. Share this out. Let's by next week, Tuesday, I want to see the most managers on that call. I want to see brand new people and managers on that manager's call. I want to see all the directors. I want to meet all the senior directors. And then from there, the next day, I'm going to talk to all the EDs, PDs, and SPDs at the same time. That's an extra 2 hours for me. 2 hours will solve 2,000 hours for all of us. Okay. So it is so worth it. I'm so excited. And then from that point on, every week, I want you all to watch your back office. I want you to pay attention to your $50 from every week, every Tuesday to next Tuesday, Tuesday to next Tuesday. I want you to see your business just grow. Does that make sense? If Linda, if you made $50 today, and then next week you made 100, the next week after you made 200, the next week after you made 400, are you growing? Yes. Okay. That is what I want to see, but by hundreds and thousands of us. Okay. So what a beautiful call. Thank you all for being part of this. We have a lot of information, so just absorb it. I love you. Next week is going to be fun. I'm just going to take off this next couple of days and enjoy even more before I get to work next week. So see you. There won't be no beauty call tonight anymore. See you on David. He will be on tonight. And then tomorrow's Thursday call. And I'll see you on Saturday training. Bye. Love you.
Thank you, Peter.
Bye, everyone.
Peter.